Hey everyone, Grimlock here, and welcome to the video. Today we're diving into how to get as much Cryotic as possible in a short period of time. If you're a beginner, you're in the right place to grind efficiently. This video is mostly made for clan members and friends, but anybody can get the same information out of this video. So basically, the mission that we're going to be going to is an Iracon. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Iracon. And it's going to be located in Pluto. Any clan members or friends that are watching this, you need to make it to Pluto. So you need to go ahead and complete the planets until you make it to Pluto to start grinding this the Cryotic. Basically, what you need for Cryotic for is for like Warframes or like some craftable items that you need around mission, or like weapons and stuff. Some Warframes I do recommend is something what I have, like Aura Prime. You don't really need the Prime versions. You just need like the base versions. You should be perfectly fine. Just level them up to level 30 and you'll be set up to do the mission. Also, don't forget to like mod them like in specific ways to make them as strong as possible for the mission. Shouldn't be too hard. How it's level 30, but do recommend watching some guides to make your Warframe as strong as possible to be ready. I recommend Korra. I can also recommend Gara. Gara is pretty good with her glass walls. Her ability is pretty nice. Another good Warframe to go for is Frost, because this ice globe were pretty much like zero damage to the objective, because of course for this objective you're going to be protecting the excavation. And another Warframe I do highly recommend is Limbo. Let me pull him up real quickly. Limbo, he's a pretty good Warframe because of his void ability, and pretty much he could blow up a bubble around the objective and freeze anybody that's in the bubble, stopping any damage going to the excavation until it runs out. So he's a pretty solid pick. Any other Warframes as well are solid picks if they have the ability to crowd control or protect the objective. Another thing I do recommend are clones of your Warframes. Let me see if I have it. Yeah, those Vapors Specters, they're going to be really helpful when you're a lower level, because it's like having a little buddy with you protecting the objective. But yeah, you're going to be fighting the infestations, and the more people, the better. I highly recommend playing in a team of 4 if possible. Play with randoms, because you see like just random people that are doing this objective on their like by themselves. So doing it with randoms is like best as possible, because the more people doing objectives, the faster you get the Cryotic, and the faster you get the Cryotic, the better. So what you're gonna be mostly doing is just finishing up the excavations, and every time you get the excavations, you'll get 100 Cryotic. You can also boost that up to 200 if you have some boosters on, if you're people like if you can afford it. It's like not required, but like, if you have any boosters, it's gonna be worthwhile of an investment, because let's say if you're trying to craft a like a Warframe, like I know there's a Warframe Prime, I'm not sure the name of, but it does cost like 10,000 Cryotic. You have like, let's say if you're doing it normally, it'll probably take you around like 3 to 4 hours to grind for. But if you had the boosters, of course it's gonna be like 2 hours, so out the time and a half. So if you have the money then it is worthwhile to go for the boosters. It's like nobody really wants to sit there for 4 hours. But if you don't have the money or the platinum, it's perfectly fine. You just set to invest your time and you should be good to go. It's like this is like pretty much like only best. It's like how infestations like they're almost like purely melee based. You don't have to worry about your excavations damage at all. There's other ways to get Cryotic, but there is other ways to get Cryotic, but they're not worthwhile because you're gonna be going against ranged units most of the time, like the Greniers and other faction. And last thing you want is the whole enemy faction to be shooting at the excavation, especially with the little health that they have. They'll just die really quickly. So this is why infestation is like best overall in general, because they're just purely almost melee based. Let's see. Mission progression. Yeah, there we go. So we already have 192. Most likely the other excavation got destroyed, so we didn't get the full 100. But that's fine. That's perfectly fine. I'd rather have that than not having anything. And yeah, this is why this is the most one of the most popular areas to get Cryotic. I'm gonna finish up this mission and yeah, show the end result. So basically, after the mission was done, I'm actually at 743 Cryotic, around like 10 minutes of gameplay. Only shows 1 minute over here just because I like the host left and seems like no, like everybody got put into their own area, but that's perfectly fine. It's just like 10 minutes. So I managed to grind 743 in 10 minutes, around 7,000 per hour and 14,000 per hour if you have the booster. So this is why you really want the booster, because like it just saves time. It's just a time saver pretty much. So it's great to have. But if you can't afford it, that's perfectly fine. But yeah, this is the best way to grind Cryotic at this moment in 2024. So if you have any questions, just put it in the description. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.